Hello everyone, my name is Sumit and welcome to another chess video from the series Learn from the Masters of the Past. So we are going to look at a game or three, I'll show you three or four. Hello everyone, my name is Sumit, I'm a digital chess coach and welcome to my YouTube channel. And continuing the series of learning from the masters of the past, I'm going to highlight today and show you some games played by the great Aleksandrovich Alekhine, who was the fourth world chess champion. So he was born in 1982. Beg your pardon. He was born in 1882, and he was a world champion until his death in 1946. He was a Russian and French chess player and the fourth world chess champion. He held the title for uh, many years. Hello everyone, my name is Sumit and I'm a digital chess coach and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, continuing the series of the learning from the past masters, we are going to look at few games of Aleksandrovich Alekhine, who is the fourth world chess champion. He was born in 1892 and he held the title till the end on his death in March 24, 1946. So he was a Russian and French chess player and the fourth world chess champion, a title he held for two reigns. So by the age of 22, Alekhine was already among the strongest chess players in the world. And during 1920s, he won most of the tournaments in which he played. And in 1921, Alekhine left Soviet Russia and emigrated to France, which he represented after 1925. And in 1927, he became the fourth world chess champion by defeating José Raúl Capablanca, another great chess player, whose game I featured in the last video. I'll give you the link in the description. And in the early 1930s, Alekhine dominated tournament play and won two top chess tournaments by large margins. He also played in the first board of France and 5 Chess Olympiads, winning individual prizes in each. For 4 medals and a brilliancy prize. So they used to have brilliancy prize back then. And Alekhine offered Capablanca a rematch with the same demanding terms that Capablanca had sent for him during their title match. But the match never materialized. Meanwhile, Alekhine defended his title with ease against Efim Bogoljubov in 1929 and 1934, and he was defeated by Max Euwe in 1935, but regained his crown in 1937 rematch. So his tournament record was uneven during that time, and the rising stars like Paul Keres, Reuben Fine, and Mikhail Botvinnik, who was the sixth world champion, threatened his title. So negotiations for a title match with Keres and Botvinnik were halted by outbreak of World War II in Europe in 1939, and negotiations with Botvinnik for a world title match was proceeding in 1946 when Alekhine died in Portugal in unclear circumstances. Alekhine is the only world chess champion to have died while holding the title. So Alekhine is known to be a fierce attacking player with his imagination and skill in combinative play. And he has great position understanding and great endgame skill as well. So he's one of the greatest chess players of all time, and his games are a treat to watch. His combinations are derives from deep positional play, which resulted in a deadly blow, like a bolt from the blue. And I'm going to show you 3 games he played in simultaneous exhibitions, and which will show his attacking skill and attacking ideas. And he is highly regarded as a chess writer and theoretician, having produced innovations in a wide range of chess openings and having given his name to Alekhine's defense, which is e4 knight f6, and other opening variations. He also composed some endgame studies, and he was the hero or role model for the great Garry Kasparov as well. I have his book, the collection of his games, and I would recommend everyone to try to have this book. It is annotated by Alexander Alekhine himself, and it's a great book to have if you want to improve your game. So that was about Alexander Alekhine. Now let us look at some of his brilliant attacking miniatures. So let's get started. One fit. Real, filter. So this is the first game played in 1916 between Alexander Alekhine and Von Field. And this was actually a blindfold simul played at a hospital actually during the First World War. Alekhine served in the military for Russia, I believe, and this is just it's awesome. It's a beautiful game actually. The black player made few mistakes, but without mistakes, who can create uh, masterpieces? So let's, without further ado, let's look at the first game. It is a French defense, e4, e6, d4, d5. The French defense, and Alekhine plays the most principled move, knight to c3, knight to f6, and Alekhine captures on d5. The principled move is e5 or bishop to g5. But Alekhine captures, and black captured with the knight. Knight to e4. He doesn't want to exchange pieces. f5, which is a weakening move, weakens the king side actually, which Alekhine masterfully takes advantage of later in the game. Knight g5. The knight occupies a very threatening position in the black's camp. Bishop e7 and knight to f3. c6, again a pawn move which weakens. It was better to develop pieces of castle. Knight to e5, castle, and knight to f3. e6, black wants to play bishop a6 and in exchange of the light squared bishop of white. Bishop d3, bishop b7, bishop a6 was a little bit better, I believe. Castle, rook e8. So look at Alekhine simply develop his pieces and put the pieces on the back squares. c4, kicking off the centralized knight. Knight f6, bishop f4, and knight d7. Queen e2, c5, and knight to f7. A brilliant move. This is what I call the bolt from the blue. If you look at this position, who would have played knight f7 actually? Because knight f7, uh, he wants to bring the black king towards the center and checkmate it. Alekhine, we rightly judge the position as, there's a weakness on e6 and f7. The light squares are weak, so he played knight to f7. A brilliant move. King takes f7 is forced because after queen anywhere, the queen is threatened. The queen moves to any other square. Queen e6 will happen, and a lot of bad things will happen for black. So king e6, and another brilliant move by Alekhine. Queen to e6, two brilliant moves back to back. King, the knight cannot be, the queen cannot be captured because knight g5 is checkmate. So king g6 was played, and now g4, threatening bishop takes f5 checkmate. And black avoided the immediate mate by playing bishop e4, but then knight h4 is a beautiful, beautiful checkmate. So this is the first game, brilliant game by. This is the first game, a brilliant game by Alekhine. Now let's look at the second game. So, so this game is even shorter. This is again a simultaneous exhibition. So let's look at the second game. This is also a simultaneous exhibition game played in 1931 in Madrid, Luka. This was against a player called Juan Miles, and this is an even shorter game. So let's look at this game. E4, 6, again a French defense. So uh, Alekhine actually is a French killer, actually. So he has played many brilliant attacking games against the French defense, even against very strong players like Nimzowicz and he has very, very good result with the white pieces. Bishop b4, the win-hour variation. Bishop d3, not so usual. e5 is the main move, or knight g e2. Or he can play a3 as he played against Nimzowicz. Bishop takes c3, pawn takes c3, and h6. This is a bad move actually because it was maybe black was afraid of some bishop g5 after knight to f6. Bishop a3, excellent idea to control the dark squares. Knight d7, queen e2. Look at how Alia can, slowly develop his pieces and put the pieces in the back squares to threaten the enemy king. Pawn takes e4, pawn takes e4, and knight f6. Bishop b3 and b6. And this is a bad move. Now you can pause the video and try to win the game for black. Yes, queen to e6, brilliant move. Pawn takes e6 and bishop g6 is and taking the queen is forced actually because there's no other move. Queen e7 leads to checkmate in one move, and pawn takes and bishop g6 check and finishes the game. Now let's look at the third game. So this game is again reminiscent of um, any modern game. And this game was played in 1943 between Alekhine and Chehal. Chehal is in a simultaneous exhibition. So the opening, Alekhine opens with e4, c5, knight f3, knight c6, d4, c4. Sicilian defense and a Paulson variation. Very modern approach by Black. Knight c3 and e6. This transfers to Ivanov. Sicilian, bishop e3, a very modern approach, the English attack type of position. A3, a6 and a3, very modern approach, preventing bishop to b4. Knight f6, bishop e2, very principled developing move, bishop e7 castle. H5, very modern approach by Black, very interesting play actually. Black is studying knight g4. F4, taking control of the central squares. D6, now it transposed to a Scheveningen type of structure. E6, bishop f3, putting pressure on the central squares and the knight on c6. Um, bishop b7, queen e2, and knight to g4. But this time knight to g4 is not so great because white can take the pawn. Pawn takes and queen g4 and black castles queenside. And again, you can pause the video and try to win the game for black. Knight to d5. The knight cannot be captured because of the pin. And the queen moves to b8. And now a stunning combination by Alekhine, true to his imaginative style. Queen to e6. Double exclamation mark move. And black resigned the game because after pawn takes e6, knight b6 check into c7, which is the only move, knight e6 is check. And if rook to d7, then knight b6 check, c7, knight b5 check, and pawn takes knight and queen to d7 check. So I hope you enjoyed these beautiful games by Alexander Alekhine. I'll make another video where he plays some strong masters like Nimzovich or the ex-world champion Capablanca or against Paul Keres or any other master, for example. These are simultaneous games where he played amateurs, and this showcases his brilliant imaginative attacking games. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon so that you get notified of my future videos. Until next time, bye bye, see you, and very Merry Christmas. First of all, very hello, my name is Sumit, and I'm a digital chess coach, and welcome to my YouTube channel. First of all, a very Merry Christmas to all of you, and I hope 2024 will be a fabulous year for all of us. And again, I'll be making a lot of videos in 2024. So without further ado, let's get started.